Hey DIYers, I'm George from Alarm Grid. Today we're going to be going over how to silence the exit delay on a Lyric system whenever you're arming. So usually an exit delay is the time that the system gives you to exit the home before it fully arms. So for instance, if you're doing an arm away, the panel is always going to give you a kind of a countdown beep. I think it's like once every second. And then once it gets closer to zero, I believe at 10 seconds, it starts doing it a more frequent. So whoever's in the house knows that they have to exit pretty soon. There is a way to silence it, and it is very easy. So the exit delay is something that can be programmed in the system. By default, it's usually set to 60 seconds. However, some people switch it for longer if their front door is further away from the panel and they need more time to exit the house. You'll notice that the exit delay only sounds on arm away by default. If you're doing an arm stay, you get a 3 beep confirmation, but then after that there's no beeping because it knows that there's people still in the house. So I'm going to show you guys that real quick, right? So we're at the primary screen. I'm going to go ahead and hit security. After I hit security, I'm going to show you guys the arm stay first to show you guys what that one looks like, right? So if I do an arm stay, I'm going to enter in my master code, which by my default is 1234. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Armed stay.
You hear that 3 beep confirmation and then the arm stay. But notice now it's not making any sound at all. And it's not going to make any sound for the rest of the exit delay, right? I'm going to go ahead and disarm this now. Again, using the same code. And now I'm going to show you what an arm away sounds like, right? So we do arm away. I enter in my code.
Armed away. Exit now.
And it gives me that countdown basically every second. Once it gets down to 10 seconds right here, it gets a more frequent beep. All right. I'll just go ahead and let it go side so you guys can see. 10 seconds, now it's beeping faster. And since I didn't open up a door or an entry exit, it should go into an arm stay. So I have a feature, it's an auto stay feature, which means that if you do an arm away and you don't open up an entry exit door such as your front door, garage door, anything like that, then the system automatically reverts to stay because it knows that nobody left the house. And it's a way to just prevent false alarms from happening, right? So we went into an arm stay, but you notice while it was arming away, it was giving you that beeping confirmation. And then at 10 seconds, it got more frequent. So let's go ahead and disarm it. And now,
Disarmed. Ready to arm.
now I'm going to show you guys how to silence that exit beeping. Now keep in mind, if you silence the exit beeping, it will double whatever that exit delay is programmed to be. So mine is 60 seconds, is going to double it to 120. If yours is 120, it's going to double it to 240. All right, so keep that in mind. So there's 2 easy ways of doing this, right? If you do an arm away, it's right there, silent exit. All right, you just highlight it blue, that means it's enabled. Then you enter in your code, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now there's no beeping and it's arming away. Now, like I said, I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4 because that is my default code. Yours could be different if you or your company has changes, so make sure you're using the correct codes, all right? As you see, it's going to count down all the way down. I'm not going to wait here for that, so let's just go ahead and disarm it, right? So that's the first way. Whoop.
Disarmed. Ready to arm.
All right, so the first way to do it is that directly from the arm away. The second way to do that is from an arm custom. So whenever you do arm custom, you're going to be taken to a list of all your zones, which you can highlight the ones that you want to bypass. So for instance, right now, my front door I have highlighted because I want to bypass it as my front door right now is open, right? I don't have the magnet connected to the contact or to the reed switch. So if I unhighlight it, that means none of my sensors are bypassed. So to bypass, you highlight the sensors blue. So I'm going to bypass the front door, and then you hit arm custom. Now, my entry delay is enabled, right? So if you want to get rid of entry delay, you just unhighlight it. But keep in mind, if you unhighlight that, that means any of your doors that you have around the house are automatically going to be set to perimeter, which means that there's not going to be any entry delay. So whenever you enter in through a door, the alarm is immediately going to go off. So usually we like to keep that highlighted just because you're always going to enter in your house through one of the entry exit doors. However, if you strictly are on a plan to use the Total Connect application and you just use the app to arm and disarm the system, then obviously if you make all your doors perimeter, then you can use the app before entering the house to disarm the system, reducing any cause of a false alarm, right? So again, it backs you back out to the zone screen if you take too long. So again, I'm just going to go to arm custom. I'm going to leave my entry delay enabled, right? So right now it's enabled, and then silent exit, you want to enable that by highlighting it blue as well. So that is the second way on how to silence your exit delay. So I hit silent exit, I enter in my code, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Armed away. Exit now.
And now there's no beeping, and you'll see up at the very top, armed custom, exit now, and then I did do the arm away, right? So now let's go ahead and hit a disarm.
Disarmed. Ready to arm. Time.
And those are the two ways on how to silence the exit delay. Either you can go arm away directly here, or arm custom, which is what we just did. If you guys do have any questions about the Lyric system, feel free to contact us. Our email is support@alarmgrid.com. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure you hit like underneath, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and enable the notifications so whenever we upload new content, you guys do get notified. I'm George, and I'll see you guys next time.